Welcome to your most educative, entertaining, and enlightening program. It is indeed a good day for a healthy living.
By the grace of God, with God's blessings, I'm able to wake up renewed, refreshed, and able to go on and on again. To keep watching Healthy Living.
Have no enemies that will keep you worried all the time.
You can live healthy with the food that you eat.
This is Healthy Living. Permit me to warmly welcome you to this special series of Healthy Living. We will be educating and enlightening you on how we have been blessed by nature with plants and herbs suitable for foods and medicines for our daily healthy living and total well-being. We will further educate you on how you can transform your health with some of these natural plants, medicinal plants, and healing herbs like the bitter kola, scent leaf, coconut, mango leaf, tiger nut, ginger, turmeric, mushroom, lemon, lime, etc. and they are powerful remedies. You can't afford to miss this series because we will enlighten you on how you can use these simple natural plants and herbs to treat and manage even reverse health challenges like anxiety, depression, chronic pain, heart disease, hormone imbalances, fatigue, addictions, infertility, autoimmune conditions, sleep-related conditions, memory loss, obesity, and so much more. In order to have a professional confirm the efficacies of these natural plants and herbs, we tracked an expert, a renowned scientist, a professor of pharmacognosy, who has contributed immensely to the country's human and biological resources, including traditional medicines. He and his group of renowned scientists has researched, processed, and packaged some of these natural plants and herbs into medicines, health foods, smart foods, and teas, so you can have express access to these powerful gifts of nature and their natural remedies for your healthy living, well-being, and longevity. Welcome to your most educative, entertaining, engaging, and enlightening program on air right now. This is Healthy Living with Nelly Frank. Today, we will be discussing obesity and weight management. Thank you for joining us. Obesity, otherwise known as overweight, is an abnormal or excessive fat accumulation that may impair one's health. Obesity is generally caused by overeating, eating too much and moving too little. If you consume high amounts of energy, particularly fat and sugars, but you do not burn off the energy through exercise and physical activity, much of the surplus energy will be stored by the body as fat. This will lead to obesity. Obesity is a medical problem that increases your risk of health problems such as heart diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure, among others. According to the status of a global public health problem by the World Health Organization, WHO, obesity is a lifestyle disease caused by a balance in consumption and expenditure of energy. Symptoms of obesity: fat deposits on the body, having problems sleeping, snoring a lot, sweating a lot, skin-related problems like itching and rashes in places where the skin folds, feeling out of breath due to simple tasks like climbing short staircases or walking a bit. All these are the signs of obesity. Oh wow, you didn't know all this? Well, now you know. All these are the signs of obesity. Should you notice any of these signs, then it is time for you to check your weight. Let's now educate you more on what to do if you're obese or you notice that you're gaining weight so that it will not lead to obesity. Causes of obesity include unhealthy diet, inactivity, eating fatty foods, excessive alcohol intake, lack of sleep, among others. Here are some healthy habits you can cultivate to maintain your weight to avoid obesity. Exercise often. Studies prove that people with high activity levels are more likely to maintain their weight. Stay hydrated by drinking a lot of water. Eat whole foods. Focus on a healthy eating pattern of whole food, unprocessed food that is rich in fibers. Eat responsibly and mindfully. Pay attention to portion size and avoid overeating. Look at the nutrition facts on food labels listed on packages before consuming them. Using smaller plates and bowl may help you choose smaller portions. Eat slowly. Listen to your body in order not to overeat. On special occasions when you go out there, choose your food as wisely as you would on any other day. Eat more of fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Join a weight management plan. Build a support for yourself. Then keep a positive attitude and you will maintain your weight indeed. Welcome back. So educative and so enlightening. Obesity is not a friend. So do everything you can to maintain your weight and keep a balanced weight. That will help you keep healthy. All right, now we need to meet with our guest. He will enlighten and educate us more on foods that he has packed as daily supplements to help you keep your weight in check. Professor Maurice Ewo.
Before, we used to think obesity or excess weight, it was just a cosmetic issue. That you don't look well, that you don't look nice, that you don't look, but it's far from it, because in some cultures, actually, the fatter you are, the more admirable you are really. And there's even one Pacific island country where if you are not fat enough, if you're a woman, nobody will marry you, because they want you, they like them fat and all that. And the women start competing from 200 kg up. So if you are less than that, nobody listens to you. This is real. But then there is then the issue about when obesity becomes, the WHO has accepted it as a disease of its own. It is a disease. Not only that it is a disease, it is a precursor of so many other ailments. Once you are obese, once you are overweight, then even me, you cited that I'm far from obesity. No, there could be people who are thin outside but heavy inside.
Oh, really?
That is thin outside but fat inside. And that is also itself is a disease. So it is important that you check your weight regularly. Okay. And there is also what the experts call the BMI. You'll be able to check not just only the weight, but how far your measurements are in terms of the indices. There are indices that have been utilized to be able to measure whether you are looking well or whether you are healthy and so on. So those indices are very, very important. So it is very important that you'll be able to allow tell the doctors the last time that's why when you go for normal medical checkup, they ask you to weigh. They want to, not just your height, they also want to know how heavy you are. So obesity itself now has been identified as a major disease. So it is important that you watch what you eat, that you'll be able to ascertain whether you are good enough for your height and whether you are good enough for your age, and so on. So the doctors determine those factors, and then They will be able to tell you whether you need to lose weight or whether to gain weight. Sometimes obesity leads to things that are like arthritis, particularly of the knee. When you see people having knee pain, the first thing they tell them is to go and lose weight, because the upper body is find difficult to be carried by the lower part of the body, and that creates its own problem. But we are more concerned about the diseases that follow obesity in the normal adults, not just adults, even children, adolescents sometimes. That is the fact that once you're obese, the chances of you being diabetic increases. The chances of you being hypertensive increases. The chances of you having all sorts of cardiac issues increases. So it is important that you control your weight as a major factor. And that is why it's also good that you know some agents that you can utilize in handling obesity. But number one drug for obesity is to control what you eat. The portions that you take, the quantity that you take, how regular you eat, and so on. Some people eat normal in terms of taking small portions, but what they take in between, in snacking, becomes the problem. So they should then lower down their snacks and so on. But for us, in terms of what we are doing in our intervention, the fact that we want to be able to introduce some dietary supplements that, if taken within the conditions and how it's been stated, can help people to lower their weight. But as I said, the first and foremost thing will be for you to control the portion, the food, and the frequency you eat, and exercise. Those two go together, and then the supplements will then play their role. The number one I would like to mention clearly is BSAP again. The Zobo, which we have now standardized into a tea we call BSAP, helps you a lot in terms of controlling the metabolism. There is a compound in it which I mentioned in passing, hydroxycyanoic acid, which helps in lowering the fat intake. It's very good for obesity. But the way Zobo works in this particular instance is very important to mention, that there's something we now come to recognize as a network pharmacology. Means that the various ingredients in Zobo act together to help the person lose weight. And then that helps a lot in understanding when you are supposed to take the Zobo and when you are not supposed to take the Zobo. So that if people take it before meals in the morning and then in the evening, it helps better than taking it in the daytime when you are just testing and all that. Then the second ingredient or product that we have that we recommend for people to take is the bitter cola again, the Garcinia cola. Okay. Like we said earlier in the day, it was because of the constituent of the bitter cola is very complex, very complex. Some aspects of it helps us a lot in trying to reduce weight. Some people say that it's because of the nastiness of the taste. That no. Even if you drink the capsule, not the crude or the raw product, it also helps you in trying to reduce weight. But the one that is a little controversial, I know you will laugh because it doesn't make logical sense, is the fact that VCO, vegetable coconut oil, can help you reduce weight. Because being a fat, you say logically it should make you gain weight. But studies have shown that because these are medium chain fatty acids, that they have the opposite effect. They help in activating the whole metabolism, and people tend to burn quicker. There is also why the VCO is also very good. There is a diet plan called ketogenic diet, whereby people go off sugar, carbohydrates a lot, and they replace as the basic source of energy the ketones. And the best form of ketone is actually that derived from coconut virgin oil. So what people now do is that for their ketogenic diet, they take VCO, and they eat, of course, they eat meat, no carbohydrate whatsoever. People have done that and it works. And why we recommend our own VCO for that particular diet plan, the fact that our VCO doesn't contain any long-chain fatty acid, doesn't contain long-chain fatty acid, it's mainly medium chain, and that is very good for you. The body metabolizes it and burns it out faster. So those three products, for me, will be what I recommend, instead of going into exotic diet pills and taking like that. These are normal food, things like that your body you normally will eat ordinarily. There are people who have very good taste buds. They can chew bitter cola and they can take it. But if you cannot chew it like me, then the best thing to do is to take the capsules. We call it Garcinia IHP, and that is good enough for you to take. Wow.
So interesting, so enlightening and educative. Thank you so much, Professor, for being with us again on the program, Healthy Living. All right, now, let's quickly take a look at our health word on marbles. Now that we have educated and enlightened you, we believe that the information is at your fingertips and that you will make the most of it so you can keeping fit. The Interseeds dietary and supplement products, as discussed on the program, is available via the link displayed on your screen. You can call the number as well. Remember to like our page, watch our programs on YouTube, subscribe and follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on the screen. For questions concerning health, other inquiries, partnership, sponsorship, and participation on the program, please WhatsApp or SMS us on the number displayed on your screen. All right, viewers, it is a wrap for today. This is the much we can take. We will be with you again soonest. Until then, keep checking your weight and keeping fit. Nellie Frank is the name. Bye.